Hi there.
Hello.
So tell me what led you to your fibroid diagnosis.
Well, I've been having some symptoms: breakthrough bleeding, pain, lower abdominal pain, lower back pain, night sweats. Oh my gosh, the night sweats. Not being able to sleep. And I spoke to my mother one day and was kind of telling her some of my struggles, and she said, "Well, yeah, she had been through some of these things as well. She had a hysterectomy at 32, very, very young, with fibroids and things like that." And she was like, "You need to see your doctor. Go see your doctor and tell her what's going on." So I did go to my doctor that next week and told her the symptoms and what was going on. She did a menopause test, as I am over 50, and she said, "No, you're not in menopause, so let's see what's going on." So she sent me for an ultrasound. The next week, the ultrasound tech had this really strange look on her face as she was doing it on my abdomen, and she goes, "Ooh, did you know you had fibroids?" And I went, "No. Are you serious?" And she goes, "Yeah, and the one is really large, so I'm gonna have to go through the lower half of your vaginal canal and kind of get the whole thing."
So the ultrasound.
Well, the ultrasound, yes. And so finished that up. Doctor called me the next week and said, "Yeah, you had several fibroids. One that's as large as a 4-month-old fetus, a couple that are lemon and lime size, and one on your ovary that I think is causing it to not function properly, which is causing the night sweats and some of the hormonal issues." She referred me out to an OB, one of her friends, a male OB, and I went in. I mean, it was like a bada boom, bada bing. Hysterectomy. You're over 50. You're not childbearing age. So I said, "Is there any alternatives?" He goes, "Not really." I went, "Okay, I'm getting a second." In my mind, I went, "I'm getting a second opinion." I was in the medical field prior to the career I'm in now, so I'm always about second opinions. And I know, with it being in the 2000s, please, I know it had to be an alternative. So I go to the second doctor. She kind of did the same thing. Over 50, I can do a partial, but and she goes, "What is stopping you from having a hysterectomy?" I said, "It's because it's my body, and I just don't want anything cut out of it. And if it's not an alternative, I just don't want to have that major surgery." And so I said, "Well," I said, "Can we just cut the fibroids out?" And she goes, "No, I don't really do that for anybody your age." And I went, "Wow." And I just started crying. And at that point, she, like I said, became human. She sat next to me. She goes, "Okay, I do have my mentor who does a new surgery called uterine fibroid embolization. You may not be a candidate, but I'm going to refer you to her, and she'll call you this evening." So that evening, Dr. Slonim called me from her personal cell phone, which was, I was just like, wow. And I literally said, wow. It was not, to me, with my experiences with doctors, it wasn't a personal touch thing that I'd ever dealt with like in that manner. So she called me, told me she was going to set me up with the pre-evaluation procedures, consultation, all of that. I went for the MRI the next week, I think it was, yes. And they got me an answer within 2 weeks that I was a good candidate and that they were going to start all the paperwork and insurance process. I think it was within a month. I scheduled the procedure, came in, she explained everything to me from A to Z. There was 2 ways to go in. I know that I had researched that myself, one through the femoral artery and one through the radial artery in your wrist. I did not want to go through the femoral artery, and I was so excited and happy that she did the radial artery, and it was non-invasive. And got there that morning, and it was just an hour. I had all the medications they gave me I want to say 3 days before, so I had all of that with me. Office staff was amazing. Doctors were amazing. Anesthesiologist was amazing. Everybody was amazing. I had the procedure on that Friday. Was sleep pretty much all day that day. That Friday morning, all day. Saturday, a little bit of pain, a little bit of bleeding. Sunday felt a lot better, and I went to work that Monday.
Wow. So what was the pain like?
It was like cramping,
Okay.
menstrual cramps. If you've had a baby, maybe the slight beginning of labor, maybe,
Gotcha.
but just little menstrual cramps to me.
Okay. Okay. What would you say to a friend or a family member that was struggling with symptoms?
Go to your primary care doctor. Tell them that you are having these symptoms. Don't wait. Don't wait. I waited a little over 2 years. I struggled with that, and I wish I would have went way sooner. I got my life back. Just having this procedure, I've lost 60 pounds. That was weight that was gained through having the fibroids and the hormonal issues. Got my sex life back. Thank you, Jesus. Being able to exercise, the lower abdominal and back pain that one of the fibroids was on my lower back. Some of the nerves in my lower back was causing me. I couldn't exercise. I couldn't walk for long periods of time. I wasn't sleeping. I was in the worst mood ever. But check it out. Go see what is wrong, and don't let any doctor tell you what your medical procedure should be. Advocate for yourself. And the UFE procedure is probably one of the better procedures for fibroids that you can ever find.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for giving my life back.